This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com. Hey everybody, now every single time I decide to talk about Frostgrave or even mention the words D100 or 4 Against Darkness, people always in the comments, always say, but Rob, what about Rangers of Shadow Deep? Well, I took the plunge and I went out and I bought it. Now, this, you could get this at Drive-Thru RPG. I downloaded this one and I bound it myself and made it all pretty. You can get a hardcover edition and you can also get a softcover edition. But what really counts is what's inside. Now, not only did I get the main book, I also got the expansion for it, which is Blood Moon. So why don't we go down to the table and take a look at this very unique system from the maker of Frostgrave. And just taking a look at this, I mean, now I put this together myself, and you can go down to Office Depot or Staples or whatever and have them do the same thing. Just a fantastic book, and we're just going to go through a couple things. I really want to just show you the introduction to Forward is beautiful. And they tell you can use any miniatures that you want and how it all works. They break down the Ranger sheet. It's basically the same thing. You're running off a D20. So just like Frostgrave, you have two actions. You can either do a move and then a half move actually, or you can pick one of your actions that you want to do. If you want to fight, you're going to roll a D20. Say you're fighting somebody and you roll a 16. You're going to add your fight to it, which would bring it up to 18. Say the person that's defending rolls, they roll a 10. Well, that means that you're going to win, but you're going to subtract your armor from your actual roll plus your fight. And that is how many wounds that you are going to take. So you would actually take 8 wounds, which bring you down to 10 over here. And that's primarily how fighting works and how your stats work using your actions. So if it works just like it with a couple of twists, but you're using Rangers, which is cool, and just the stuff that you're able to do. You're able to equip your guys different. The thing is, if you could play this solo and you can take along some companions, but as you add in more guys, as more people play, as they build heroes, you can only take so many companions with you. So you lose the number of how many that you can take with you. You can run a campaign out of this, and it's just absolutely fantastic. Like I said, everything runs off the D20 system, and it's superb. You have event cards where you're going to be using a certain number of cards from a deck, which is really cool. You can do it any way you want, but you can have all these different types of events happen, which is really cool. And then, of course, all the monsters that you can face. It comes complete with a bestiary and some actual missions and how to run a campaign. All the great things that you would expect from a Joseph MccCullough game. Now, also, there is Blue Moon, okay? This is the first expansion, and now you're dealing with werewolves. So it gives you a whole bunch of things with werewolves, missions and scenarios, and how this all fits in, and just adding some really cool things. You can use your figures from folklore, which is really cool because it all fits in to this wonderful system. So once again, another home run knocked out of the park. But all I can say is let's go up top and get my final thoughts on Rangers of Shadow Deep. Now, like I said, I wasn't going to show you everything. I plan on playing this. I'm already getting the terrain together and trying to get the Rangers and everybody else together. I've got a pretty good pile of miniatures that are already painted that I can utilize in this. And that's the neat thing about it, is you can use anything as long as you designate it. The key is the adventure and the beauty of it. And wow, I'll tell you something. This is something else. I mean, we didn't go over everything, but you have a good idea of what's going on and what's coming up. We're going to be doing Frostgrave. Then we're going to run right into Rangers of Shadow Deep. So look forward to this. We're really ramping things up, and this is a fantastic book. And all I can say is I can't wait to get everything to the table, because I really like what they do. Ash Barker's involved, so you know it's going to be good. Joseph MccCullough and everyone else that the team from Frostgrave just did one better. I mean, instead of wizards, you got rangers, and it's just a great system, a fantastic system. I'm so glad I'm finding these things and just looking around and just finding wonderful games from people with fantastic imaginations. So go out and pick it up. Drive Through RPG. Go get it there. You can download it. You can print it right out there, and boom, you're off and running. Until next time, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon.